What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Jennifer Rush, as well as a mischievous Luca. And we're returning to Movin 1985, and we're up to the third to last tune of the album, which is amusingly titled Yesterme, Yesteryou, Yesterday. So, extrapolating from the created words, I would say it perhaps speaks to not just a past in terms of time per se, or specifically, but a past version of two different people, two people who presumably were in a relationship but are no longer, maybe still are connected in some way, but in a manner that is divergent from an earlier dynamic they had. So yes, a yesterme would be a me of past days, of previous moons. A yesteryou would be the person on the other side of this equation who, at least by the perception of the speaker, is no longer who they were or is behaving in a way different from the manner in which they did previously, and as a result, it's also speaking to an earlier day, yesterday. Now, presumably, we're using yesterday, yesterme, and yesteryou not in a literal sense, not meaning literally the day before, but as an indication of a previous time or sequence of time which is now different from the way it was prior. So, yes, I would expect there to be some problem, some complication, some difficulty. I suppose it could be going the other way, from a troubled dynamic to clearer skies, and talking about remember how troubled and difficult it was before when it was yesterme, yesteryou, and yesterday. But I would suspect the opposite. Luca, are you really... Well, if you hear a clattering and a commotion behind the camera, it's because of that cheeky kitty over there. But let's give it a listen. This is Jennifer Rush. The tune is Yesterme, Yesteryou, Yesterday, and it's from the 2000 and Nothing Like That album, the 1985 album, Movin. I blame Luca.
We
sonically. I'm trying to keep it all in mind. When your synth harmonica, or whatever the analogous instrument is supposed to be, at first I thought it was like maybe a synth trumpet, but I think it was a synth harmonica. But when that is flourishing and still soloing, I'm not sure why you would fade out. That felt like a very short tune. Maybe it's partially because Luca is rambunctious as ever. Yeah, just over 3 minutes, so definitely a shorter one. Luca, would you not jump on top of the record cabinet? That is not appreciated. Yes, to try to keep everything in the front view screen here, I will say the Sonics stood out in a number of ways. Number one, we had that orchestral hit type of synth chord, which there's been some Pet Shop Boys tunes I've reacted to which had that as a notable feature. It also sounded like a slap bass in synth bass form. It really had that deep, groovy bass with almost like a, people who know the Seinfeld show, the intro famously has some deep and funky slap bass in it. It felt like that, but in synth bass form. Also, we had, again, that harmonica, which really stood out, especially toward the end. The percussion seemed to feature not only some drum rolls, again, presumably drum machine rolls, but there was a couple moments where it sounded like, again, maybe synth xylophone, but on the deeper end of the tones. So a lot going on sonically. Obviously, Jennifer's voice has a couple moments where she really lets the power out. It not in an unrestrained manner, meaning it wasn't like these big, huge belts, but there are a couple moments where it really did stand out, where she suddenly hit it a little more powerfully. Also, a couple moments where she did like a tonal shift at the end of a melodic line, which I enjoy, and it really surprised me the first time I heard it, so some cool vocals from her. And yeah, ultimately it sounds like not only was it what I was thinking, that it's something which has fallen apart and she's reflecting to previous times when maybe it seemed like they had found their way together, but now it seems like a foolish dream, a foolish game, I think she said specifically, that they played, and which was not reflective of a long and enduring future together. Are you... I wish you could see the look she gives me, like, what? I'm not doing anything, come on, just, keep looking that way and talking, don't look at what I'm doing. But yes, we heard multiple created words, portmanteaus of yester dreams and yester love, and these things which we thought were going to happen, this feeling which we thought we had, but which is now revealed to be, at the very least, something of the past, even if it was real at all. It probably was more chimerical and illusory than actually having substance that is now dissipated. So I love the use of yester, the prefix yester, with a number of other words beyond just the three in the title. So it's a me that doesn't exist anymore, because now I'm not naive, now I'm not foolish enough to think this is something that's going to last. You're different than you used to be. We're forward in time. Those yesterdays, they're gone, unfortunately. The dreams we had, the yester dreams, we've woken up from them and we're no longer in the blissful feeling that we thought we had. And the yester love, this love that, such as it did exist, is now exploded, gone, disappeared, otherwise dematerialized. So I love the way the yester prefix is used to express any number of prior states, conditions, and feelings, which by the time the narrator is singing the song have gone the way of the dodo, as they say. So yeah, a cool tune, a short one. I do feel like the ending could have gone on longer, and we could have allowed that synth harmonica, I guess, to proceed in its soloing a bit more. But either way, another cool one. We have two more to go on this. I won't even try to read them with this ridiculous print, but when we come back, we will finish off the album with two more, and then we'll be on to the third album. So once again, shout out to Darren for sending this 5-album compilation, and for the patience as we go through them. Do let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.